So, hello everyone. I am Archit Katare.
And I'm Dwarkesh Radhankar.
We welcome you to the Social Crusaders. And today we have with us a very special guest, that is Pranav Harindran. Am I right or wrong? Please correct me, Pranav.
It's right.
Yes, because your surname.
It's a South Indian name actually. So
Yes.
it's good that you got it in first go. Great thing.
So, Pranav is a student of National Institute of Industrial Engineering, Mumbai. We call it NITI Mumbai. It's quite a famous college. We all dream of going there. And he's studying the supply chain and operations as a PGDM course, a postgraduate diploma in industrial management. So, we can start with the podcast by asking you a very simple question. Can you give us a brief overview of what supply chain is?
Okay. So, before coming to NITI, I did not have any idea about what supply chain is. When I used to think about supply chain, it was completely only logistics. I used to think कि truck यहाँ से वहाँ माल transport करते हैं, उसको हम supply chain बोलते हैं. So right now also a lot of people have confusion between the difference between operations and supply chain. So supply chain is an umbrella under which operation comes. So think about a car, for car, what are the raw materials which are required? Steel, chemicals, a lot of material goes inside car. There are sensors, everything goes inside a car. So when you're talking about a car manufacturer, he has to procure these items, the raw material. And then he has to, what happens is there is a contract manufacturing. Not all the activities of car manufacturing is done by the car manufacturer. Some of the manufacturing is done by the contract manufacturers. So that thing, and then it comes to the car frame, the chassis, everything comes to the manufacturer, and then the final touch is done. So when when a car is being manufactured, it is known as the operations. So about the inventory levels of your let's say whatever items, raw materials, these all things you look under when you are talking about operations. But once the car gets manufactured, it comes to the dealer, and then a customer makes a purchase and the car gets delivered to his home. This entire network, from the manufacturing single component to the end product which reaches a customer, it's known as a supply chain. So as you might be figuring, every company which is in the business has to have a supply chain, because they are delivering some product from the start to the end. So we are talking about optimization of supply chains, and that is what supply chain is all about.
So supply chain starts from the manufacturing plant, or if a vendor is going to supply a raw material to a manufacturing company, is it the part of the supply chain then?
Yes, definitely it's a part of the supply chain, and it's a very important part, because we call it procurement. Okay. So what happens is that I'll take the example of car itself, or you can take any example that you're comfortable with. So when you're taking the example of a car, even a car manufacturer like Maruti, which is operating at a global scale, how many suppliers are there? There are thousands of suppliers which Maruti has to contact before they are making a car. So managing these all thousand of the suppliers is a very big challenge. So we have systems like ERP, which is Enterprise Resource Planning. So using SAP, so a lot of things comes into play. So basically procurement is one of the major areas where people are looking at the cost reduction right now. Okay. So a lot of techniques are being applied, like Krajlik's matrix, and everything is there. Because what happens is that right now, if you see about the disruption that has happened because of Corona. So I'll talk about the example of Ford. So what happened is that, out of Fortune 500 companies, 200 companies had their manufacturing facilities that was based in Yuan.
Okay.
So 200 companies were dependent on Yuan. And what happened is, when the problem struck Yuan, all these companies got in problem because unke parts nahi aa rahe. Ford, if you are talking about the example of Ford, there was this sensor which was based out of Yuan. So there was this company which was supplying sensors to Ford. And without these sensors, you cannot deliver Ford as a entire car package. So because of this sensor, Ford deliver नहीं कर पा रहा, उनका plant बंद हो गया, मतलब कार आगे जा ही नहीं रहा, just because of that sensor thing. So that is called a supply chain risk, because अभी क्या हो रहा है कि every company is looking at global scale, हर company का operation हर जगह है. Yeah. तो अभी चाइना का ये कोरोना example, what it has opened the eyes is about the supply chain risk that people are ignoring. So basically, when you're talking about procurement, these all factors do come into play. That where are your contractors based out of? We are looking at reducing cost. Let's say, let's set up the plant in China. Let's set up the plant in India. But it's very important to address that, if that critical manufacturer or the supplier is in China, and if some disruption happens, my entire product is not going out. So, efficiency is a very vague term. If you're not getting the product itself, बाकी सबका efficiency बढ़ा के product तो बाहर जा ही नहीं रहा. तुम्हारा inventory बढ़ रहा है basically, right? तुम्हारे पास 1000 गाड़ीज है, तुमने बना दिया है, but तुम्हारे पास sensor ही नहीं है. So you have to think about inventory then again, inventory storing cost and everything. So supply chain risk is something that is, being talked about a lot because of this corona.
Like as you told us a bit about China and in the Fortune 200, 500 companies that are based, which manufactures their products from Wuhan, then they get imported to their mother locations, and the assembly happens there, or manufacturing happens there. So basically, if we go around this and ask a question to ourselves, that now very small companies also, like those who manufacture ID cards or let's say files which are based on plastic, and they are coming to India from China, how can they rethink of the supply chain in such
okay so the interesting point about rethink of supply chain, because let us talk about what is the right supply chain for your product. A lot of companies are not getting it right. Can you imagine in 21st century, we are living in 2020, where there is IoT, where there is data analytics, where you're talking about machine learning, AI, everything, sab mein machine learning, AI.
Yes.
But still a lot of companies, their supply chain is very bad right now, in a very bad shape right now, because fundamentally what they are getting wrong about the supply chain is all the products can be classified into two categories. Either it is functional or it is innovative. So functional product कैसे रहता है? सोप हो गया, जो पेन हो गया, जिसका डिमांड मैं प्रेडिक्ट कर सकता हूँ कि अच्छा इतना डिमांड आता है, ये एक पर्टिकुलर लोकेशन से इतने लोग हैं तो इतना सोप तो जाएगा. So HUL, P&G, these companies, they rely on functional product. But functional product में क्या है? Competition बहुत high हो जाता है because predictable demand है. So it's not, so they have to compete on the supply chain efficiency. मेरे को पता है कि इतना product चाहिए तो मेरे को efficient बनाना है अपना supply chain. So there what companies do is they compete on the basis of supply chain efficiency. They compete on making the manufacturing more efficient, just in time वगैरह लगा के एकदम smooth बना रहे हो उस चीज को. And then you have innovative product. So innovative product में कैसे रहता है? जैसे लैपटॉप्स वगैरह HP के, they have different versions. तो तुम लोग कुछ भी customize कर सकते हो. सप्लाई चेन में सबसे प्रॉब्लम आता है when you are customizing things, because customize हो गया ना तो वहां पे दिक्कत आएगी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में. You have to have different paints and everything. So innovative product है. Innovative में
प्रेडिक्टेबिलिटी भी कम होती है ना ऐसे.
प्रेडिक्टेबिलिटी बहुत ऑफ रहता है. मतलब कभी कभी क्या रहता है कि एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ, HP ने ना बीच में एक लैपटॉप लॉन्च किया था और बीच में उसके माउस में ना एक कर्सर टाइप था. बहुत पुरानी बात है, अराउंड 2003-2004. हाँ, फोकस्ड ग्रुप डिस्कशन को उन्होंने वो लैपटॉप दिखाया था एंड दे डिडंट लाइक इट. दे सेड कि नहीं ये तो मतलब मजा नहीं आ रहा, प्रेडिक्टेबिलिटी. सो व्हाट दे प्रेडिक्टेड इज, अभी एक बैच तो बन ही गया तो लो प्रेडिक्टेबिलिटी दे थॉट कि मार्केट में होगा एंड दे लॉन्च द प्रोडक्ट और लोगों को पसंद आया बहुत. और क्या हुआ कि वो प्रोडक्ट ही नहीं है. एवरीबडी इज वांटिंग दैट प्रोडक्ट इज नॉट देयर. सो व्हेन यू टॉकिंग अबाउट इनोवेटिव प्रोडक्ट, सो इट्स द प्रॉब्लम अबाउट कि आउट ऑफ स्टॉक हो रहा है तुम्हारा प्रोडक्ट, कस्टमर आ रहा है तुम्हारे पास बट प्रोडक्ट ही नहीं है. सो दैट इज द लॉस ऑफ सेल्स बेसिकली. सो एक जो तुम्हें 50,000 रुपीज मिलने थे वो चले गए बिकॉज तुम्हारे पास वो प्रोडक्ट ही नहीं है, तुमने डिमांड अच्छे से प्रेडिक्ट नहीं किया. So innovative product के लिए it is very important to understand that the supply chain has not to be efficient, it has to be very flexible. कि मैं अपना सप्लायर कहाँ रखूँ और सप्लायर ऐसा चुनूँ जो एकदम फास्ट रिस्पॉन्स दे. कोई सप्लायर्स होते हैं दे आर वेरी एफिशिएंट कि सर आप मेरे को 1 महीने पहले से प्रेडिक्ट करो डिमांड, उसके हिसाब से मैं प्रोडक्ट बनाऊंगा. कोई सप्लायर है वेरी इलास्टिक. So I'll tell you the example of Asian Paints. It's a very interesting case. What happened is they have a concept called postponement. अब एशियन पेंट्स ऐसे कंपनी के बारे में सोचो, उनको 100 वेराइटीज ऑफ पेंट्स है. मतलब हर बंदा कुछ भी बोल सकता है, नहीं मेरे को तो रेड में, और लड़कियों का तो इतने सारे वेरिएशंस रहते हैं कलर में. सो यू कैन नॉट प्रेडिक्ट ओनली. So what to do in that case? So that's a very hard thing to do, and Asian Paint manages it so beautiful. So what have they done is they have the concept of postponement. उन लोग बस अपने distributors को white paint supply करते हैं और distributors के पास
Tube होता है, tube,
हाँ
tube.
distributors के पास होता है वो क्या बोलते हैं डाइस होते हैं. तो जैसे कोई कस्टमर ऑर्डर करता है डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर को उन्होंने एम्पावर कर दिया. तो दैट इज पोस्टपोनमेंट. उन्होंने वेराइटी वहां पे डाल दी. तो वी जस्ट हैव टू टॉक अबाउट दैट डाइस. और डाइस को प्रोक्योर करके ट्रांसपोर्ट करना इतना बड़ा चैलेंज नहीं है. So that is the coming back to your question about the right supply chain for your network. So companies have to understand what is their product. Is it functional? Is it innovative? And then they have to talk about. I'll also talk about India में challenges क्या क्या है अभी currently. If you think about it, let's talk about the logistics sector because it also comes in the supply chain. So one of the major issues that India faces right now is हमारे यहाँ पे बहुत सारे I can say I don't know the exact percentage but बहुत सारे लोग भूखे सोते रात को. They don't have the access to food. But जितना हम food produce करते 30% of the food is wasted. ये 30% amount ये पूरा जो 30% amount है that can feed the entire population of Europe. So उतना फूड वेस्टेज जा रहा है किसके वजह से पता है क्या? लॉजिस्टिक्स नेटवर्क हमारा एफिशिएंट नहीं है. तो हमारे लॉजिस्टिक्स नेटवर्क की अगर हम बात करें तो जीडीपी द 14% ऑफ जीडीपी कॉस्ट, हमारा जीडीपी इज वेरी हाई, ऑलमोस्ट 3 ट्रिलियन टच कर रहा है. सो यू कैन इमेजिन 14% ऑफ द 3 ट्रिलियन इज वेस्टेड ऑन लॉजिस्टिक्स. And if you're talking about big countries like USA, they are all having their logistics cost at 7-8%. Even Japan 5-6% पे उन लोग operate करते. So there is a lot of scope there, for young people, especially for us, also for the next generation like you guys. There's a lot of scope in supply chain logistics when you're thinking about a startup. So you can, definitely think about these things because ये issues pertinent है हमारे country के लिए कि अभी भी लोग भूखे सो रहे बट हम 30% वेस्टेज कर रहे. सो व्हाट इज दैट इज द गैप राइट नाउ. सो वी हैव एज अ youngsters it's very important for us to address those challenges.
So one thing that I would like to ask you is how does marketing and supply chain management hinge together? How does marketing affect supply chain?
Right. Okay. So this is a good question actually, Dwarkesh. What happens is let me give you an example of Coca-Cola for this. So what happened is बहुत पुरानी बात है. तो कोकोकोला ने एक नया एड कैंपेन चलाया और उनका सेल्स बहुत उस टाइम पे डिमांड बहुत हाई हो गया. मतलब सबको लगा कि नहीं अभी मेरे को कोकोकोला चाहिए, तो एवरीबडी वांटेड टू बाय इट. सो वो जो चीज किसने किया? मार्केटिंग डिपार्टमेंट. they ran a campaign, they did all the promotion, they did everything that was perfect, and Coca-Cola's sales got shoot off through the roof. But they did not inform the operations and supply chain persons. There was a gap. कोकोकोला को जब तुम मैन्युफैक्चर करते हो बॉटल भी तो चाहिए. बॉटलिंग लोगों को बताना पड़ेगा कि भाई बॉटल्स भी ज्यादा मैन्युफैक्चर करो. तुमने अपना क्या कर दिया? यू हैव इंक्रीज्ड योर डिमांड वेरी हाई बट द सप्लाई रिमेन कांस्टेंट. तो ये जो गैप है जिसके वजह से क्या हो गया? लॉस ऑफ सेल्स हो गया. कस्टमर आधा था, कोकोकोला के पास कोकोकोला है ही नहीं. सो इट्स marketing or supply chain gets a very tight role. Marketing drives the demand. So if marketing, when you're talking about supply chain, when you're talking about HUL, PNG, everybody acts on demand. कि अभी मेरे प्रोडक्ट का डिमांड क्या है? HUL ने कोई कैंपेन कर दिया, क्या पता डिमांड काफी हाई हो गया, बट उनके सप्लाई चेन को नहीं पता कि डिमांड हाई हो गया. Even one product has a lot of intricacies. पेप्सी में क्या है? बॉटल है, उसका वो है, कैप है, फिर उसके ऊपर प्रिंटिंग करना है, बहुत सारी चीजों को इफेक्ट करता है. इफ यू आर इंक्रीजिंग द डिमांड. So marketing has a very crucial role, I would say, to help operations and supply chain to deliver those products. Because I think हमेशा इनके बीच में ना एक कंपनी के अंदर there is always this tiff between. हाँ, because operations guy says कि भाई इससे बड़ा तो, क्योंकि यार प्रोडक्शन कैपेसिटी कम है, तो तुम इतना ज्यादा मार्केट करते रहोगे तो मैं उतना प्रोडक्शन बढ़ा नहीं सकता. उसके भी चैलेंजेस रहते हैं. So always in a company there is this tiff between operations and marketing that is there.
One has to serve for the demand and other has to increase the demand. So
right. So that balance is very necessary.
So right now you said that there are the terms can be bifurcated into two parts. That is the one that is innovative and the other that is a mass producer. So कैसे हो रहा है कि innovative products, जैसे you took an example of HP and the case study. So now let's say there's a electric vehicle startup that is coming on. Okay, and so there are many electric vehicles manufacturers of our age, very young, below 30, who are now getting into this. Now, those
Right.
lithium-ion cells and batteries are not manufactured in India at all. They have to be imported from China itself. अभी वैसे
Right.
कंपनीज का क्या सोल्यूशन है कि अब जो जो चीज बनता ही नहीं इंडिया में वो लाए कैसे?
Okay, good point. Actually, if you think about the renewable sector in India, 80% of our capacity gets imported from China. 80% dependency हमारा China पे. So it is a very important thing to understand the supply chain risk, as I was talking to you about. कि अगर I am dependent a whole lot on the other country, and the other country के relationships also, if India China का भी relationship खराब चल रहा है, and China का with US trade war हुआ, तो China का with the world the dynamics is very much changing, and if you look at the entire world, everybody is moving inclusive right now. पहले ग्लोबलाइजेशन था, मार्केट एकदम ओपन कर दिया, अब सब इंक्लूसिव हो रहे हैं. जैसे इंडिया अभी थोड़ा सा इंक्लूसिव हो रहा है, जैसे कि हम लोग को पूरा मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हम खुद ही करेंगे. So it is very important यहाँ पे government policies, because right now what is happening is when you're talking about electrical vehicles, I think there is a push from the government itself कि पूरा का पूरा manufacturing इंडिया में होना चाहिए. That is the reason, अगर इंडिया के अंदर होता है manufacturing, so the supply chain risk reduces. I can procure from my, let's say मध्य प्रदेश से procure कर लिया, साउथ के किसी पार्ट से procure कर लिया, कंट्री के अंदर ये तो प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, बट कंट्री के बाहर है, किसी ने अभी वो बढ़ा दिया, इंपोर्ट ड्यूटी बढ़ा दिया, तो मेरे प्रोडक्ट का प्राइस गोज ऑफ शूटिंग हाई. So that is the supply chain risk, which is it is a topic which is being discussed right now also, very much. We had the lecture from Shimchi Levy, who is one of the leading supply chain professors in the world. So he is also right now working on supply chain risk, because that's one of the main areas right now.
Okay.
In fact, like to look at it, I had been to Lamington Road about 3-4 days back.
Okay.
And almost every shop you go, they are saying the same thing. Stock nahi hai, maal aa nahi raha hai, China ka maal idhar aana ruk gaya hai. And the thing is, if you don't get something at Lamington Road, where else would you find it? Like, it's really terrible right now. The situation is really terrible right now, which explains how demand should be, how demand side management or how supply chain management should be.
Like, right.
What's the important thing?
Whenever you go to a shop and shopkeeper says वो माल नहीं है sir, that day that supply chain has failed,
Yeah.
because वो predict नहीं कर पाया. Actually क्या रहता है, also I'll tell you the example of cloth के shop में. So you go to a cloth के shop में भी there is a lot of variety, and the variety keeps on changing, मतलब आज fashion कुछ और है, कल fashion कुछ और है. Maybe not for us, for the females it happens that way. So if they are not able to predict the demand, क्या होता है ना, जो दूसरा माल उन्होंने बहुत हाई में ले रखा है, उनको लॉस ऑफ सेल्स कैसे होता है, बिकॉज दे हैव टू रिड्यूस द प्राइस, और एंड ऑफ सीजन सेल्स वो सब निकालते रहते हैं, तो उनका प्रॉफिट पूरा चला जाता है. सो इट्स अ वेरी क्रूशियल कॉन्सेप्ट जो which Dwarkesh was talking about, let's say the demand, or when you're going there and the product is not there, so it's a loss to the person and the entire supply chain, because there is a supply chain profit that we talk about. So when a product gets sold at the customer end, ये जो entire profit है ना, that gets distributed to the network. तो अगर एक मेरा वहां पे लॉस हो गया तो वो नेटवर्क का पूरा प्रॉफिट चला गया. So that is supply chain profit. So it's very important कि मेरा प्रोडक्ट डिलीवर होता रहे, ताकि जो भी नेटवर्क के अंदर है everybody is happy and सबका प्रॉफिट्स up है. Yeah.
And so, like as you said, as Dwarkesh said, that those electric gadgets that we get at Lamington Roads are cheap, by the way, क्योंकि वो चाइना से आते हैं, वो cheap भी होते हैं और वो ऐसे नहीं कि ड्यूरेबल भी होते हैं. Now if you call about, अभी प्रॉब्लम ऐसा है कि इंडिया में काफी माइक्रो स्मॉल एंड मीडियम इंटरप्राइजेस है जो कि they don't use Excel or let's say any Python or R language to build their data and tell it to others. They पर्ची पे लिखते हैं, जो भी लिखते हैं बुक में लिखते हैं, and the supply chain is not ऐसा जो मंडी में आता है फिर वो मार्केट में आता है और फिर बिकता है. Now not digitalization and everything cannot be applied there. तो वो केस में कैसे improve हो सकता है?
Right, good question actually. So MSMEs, there is a lot of studies which is going around in MSMEs, because we are talking about Python, we are talking about R, machine learning and everything. They have not even adopted simple ERP or Excel systems as well. जो basic level पे वो implementation भी नहीं होता है, and it is also not a problem from their end because they are a very small scale enterprise. So what right now is happening is we are looking at MSME as a sector which is very unorganized, and we are trying to provide solutions to make this organized sector. एक portal बनेगा जहाँ पे you can these MSMEs can enter their whatever inventories are there and some things are there, so they can enter the inventories and get that thing sorted. So this sector is going towards more organized way, and government is working towards it, because हमारे country में the majority of employment generation is through MSMEs. So right now there is no concrete solution कि ऐसा ही करना पड़ेगा, because we are looking at the solutions right now. Currently the government is looking at a lot of solutions, and हमारे college में भी बहुत सारी studies आते हैं MSMEs की तरफ से कि MSMEs के sector को कैसे more organized करें. So yeah, there is no concrete answer for this. Right.
You spoke of artificial intelligence and machine learning and IoT. How do we actually implement? Like, could you give us an example where how do we actually implement machine learning and artificial intelligence in supply chain management? Like, what models do we use?
Okay, great question actually. So when you're talking about artificial intelligence and machine learning in supply chain, mainly you think about what machine learning and artificial intelligence does. वो एक it mimics the way that we can function, right? So you can so you can provide them logics and it can work very efficiently. So as I was talking about earlier things, procurement के case में, so procurement के केस में क्या होता है, मेरे पास vendors के कोट आते हैं, 5 vendors के कोट आते हैं, और वहां पे एक बंदा बैठ के he has to analyze everything. So when you think about, मैं अगर vendor का कोट आता है तो मैं क्या analyze करता हूँ? I look at a lot of parameters, technical parameters, commercial parameters. I evaluate on that basis. So there machine learning and artificial intelligence can help. You have a lot of vendor quotes and you are evaluating or mimicking whatever a person does. So there is procurement where a lot of scope in machine learning and artificial intelligence is coming in. So that is one thing. Then second thing is about defects. A lot of products have defects and we are not able to find it out. और कैसे रहता है कि let's say the example of Britannia. तो Britannia का क्या करती है कि उसके जो products रहते हैं उसमें 4 layer packaging रहता है. 4 layer packaging रहता है goods को, and then it goes finally to the customer. And let's say एक layer में problem आ गया, then the entire lot gets destroyed. मतलब entire lot का कोई value नहीं है because it got वो खराब हो गया. So now I don't know कि यार कौन से layer of packing में गड़बड़ हुआ. तो इस केस में भी what happens is machine learning and artificial intelligence comes into place, जहाँ पे एक RPA करके है, robotic process automation. So these things Britannia is looking to incorporate right now. So what happens is that वो जो lot में से खराब हुआ है वो package, that information gets transmitted to Britannia and they can trace back कि यार किसने मेरे को गलत माल दिया, and then they can get the hold of it. So even IoT applications when you're talking about, कैसे रहता है कि you are driving a car and car is giving you an indication कि कुछ तो खराब है, and it goes to an IoT which is a server, and then you get a message कि you please take care of your car. और ऐसे let's say कि 100 cars है एक same region में जो मेरे को same message दे रहा है, तो I can identify कि कौन से बंदे ने मेरे को component गलत serve किया, because सारे cars में same component का error आ रहा है. So दिख रहा है कि visibility बढ़ रही है. I can pinpoint कि यार तुमने mistake किया, तुम्हारा ये lot में गड़बड़ था, and then ये विजिबिलिटी जब बढ़ती है ना, तो सप्लायर्स भी अपना जो एंटायर आइटम्स है दे गिव इट इन अ वेरी अप्रोप्रिएट मैनर. नहीं तो क्या होता है कि मेरा 100 मैंने गुड्स दिया, उसमें से 80 अच्छे 20 डिफेक्टिव है, तो पहले तो चल जाता था क्योंकि किसी को पता ही नहीं चलता था, क्योंकि डिफेक्ट को मैनेज करना. अभी अगर आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस की बात करें, सो इट कैन ऑल्सो मिमिक की वी कैन से कि ये पैकेट, दिस पैकेट इज व्हाट इट लुक्स लाइक परफेक्ट, एंड इसके अलावा कोई डायमेंशन में पैकेट आएगा तो वो खराब है. So that also artificial intelligence can do, right? So defect management is a very important thing. So artificial intelligence and AI or ML का learning in supply chain is like immense. मतलब whatever field that you talk about, when you are talking about let's say operations का भी तुम्हें scheduling करना है, management करना है, तो वहाँ पे भी AI ML का काम आता है. So basically everywhere I think supply chain में everybody is looking right now at applying AI and ML in their supply chain so that it can be more efficient. And सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज सप्लाई चेन में भी विजिबिलिटी की बात हो रही है कि विजिबिलिटी कैसे बढ़ाए, कि कौन से बंदे ने मेरे को गलत माल सप्लाई किया. you know, how can I look कि यार मेरे प्रोडक्ट में डिफेक्ट कहाँ पे आ रहा है, कस्टमर को प्रॉब्लम कहाँ पे हो रहा है. A lot of chatbots are also coming in. जो chatbots are in very basic applications है, तो वो सब भी आ रहे. So yeah, I think it's a very immense application.
And so, what do you think that in the engineering college, like I'm talking about the situation right now, most of the students run away from engineering, let's say for mechanical, uh, because they hate programming or they don't like the field.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Now what happens is what they do is they pursue management. So अभी
Hmm.
आपने कैसा एक job किया FTC.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
you had a work exposure, then you joined NITI Mumbai.
Hmm.
They don't even take a work exposure, directly jump into it.
Hmm.
And then they realize now we had a podcast with one of our friends who said I am Indore, and he said
Hmm.
his complete internship was based on R programming and data visualization.
Hmm.
And then he told me that there is no running away from this. So
Absolutely true. Absolutely true.
if I ask you that even at NITI Mumbai, आपको भी R programming और Python और ये सिखाया
Really?
जाता है क्या?
Actually, you know what happened is our director got changed this year. So he's from IIT Kharagpur, and he teaches us a topic known as supply chain analytics. So believe it or not, सबसे important skill for a supply chain person right now is Python. कि तुम्हें Python तो like basic है. Like I am telling you that if you are engineering graduate and if you want to invest your time in something, it has to be Python. Python or R, maybe I don't know if you know both सीखने की जरूरत है क्या. At a given point of time, if you have Python or R, it works. Python, MySQL, you're talking about statistics. So these data, everything, you know, or there is no running away from it. There is simply no running away from it, because even if you're mechanical, electrical, कोई भी हो, actually what also the second thing what happens is, you know, when I interned in Philips, or whatever the experiences from my co-interns were, a lot of companies के जो higher ups है ना, they are 50 years and above, so they don't have an idea about Python, R, and suddenly as youngsters you come in and you bring this fresh breath of air where you are, you know, automating the entire thing. Python लगा के ये कर दिया, Python लगा के वो कर दिया, even Excel लगा के ये सर automate कर दिया. So it creates a very good impression, you know. They feel कि अच्छा ये बंदा रहेगा ना, तो ये जो mundane task है इसको मैंने automate कर दिया. So in my Philips what happened is एक task था जहाँ पे planning and timeline sheet था, तो they used to fill in manually. तो मैंने क्या कर दिया कि एक्सेल में मैक्रोस बना के उसको ऑटोमेट कर दिया, तो उससे दे लाइक्ड इट वेरी मच. सो थिंक अबाउट इफ यू लर्न पाइथन एंड यू हैव सो मेनी एप्लीकेशन, इट्स अ वेरी बिग टूल आई वुड से. एंड as future generations, if you are missing out on this Python data science train, you will be left behind. There is no question about it. You won't find jobs and you will be left behind the train. And everybody, even in a batch right now, everybody has focused their attention on Python, because as an electrical engineer, मैं सच बताऊं तो मैंने इलेक्ट्रिकल लिया था बिकॉज मेरे को कोडिंग बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं था. एज लाइक कंप्यूटर साइंस के अलावा कुछ भी दे दो. और फिर उसके बाद एडमिशन हुआ, इलेक्ट्रिकल सीखा, एंड जॉब में मेरा इतना कुछ एप्लीकेशन नहीं था. बट व्हेन आई केम टू नीटी फर्स्ट ईयर, एंड यू नो नीटी में ऐसे रहता है कि, या कोई भी मैनेजमेंट अच्छे कॉलेज में ऐसे रहता है कि देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ टॉक्स फ्रॉम द एलम्स, सीनियर्स हु आर वर्किंग इन द कॉर्पोरेट, and every single one of them, you know, without even single person, everybody is mentioning AI, ML. कि you know the youngsters, because what they are looking at us is हम वो skill लेके आएंगे and we will help them with AI and ML in their processes, and they are facing that issue. They like, you know, after a certain point maybe उनका वो motivation नहीं है उतना सीखने का. They have been conceptualized in their own ways. So now as youngsters, if you are saying that नहीं मेरे को Python पसंद नहीं है या R पसंद नहीं है, so I think that will be a very big disadvantage from your career point of view. If you are pursuing this what we say, even marketing में भी बहुत सारा यार text analytics होता है, क्योंकि अभी Amazon अगर मैं प्रोडक्ट का रिव्यू करूँ तो टेक्स्ट एनालिटिक्स ही करना पड़ेगा. ऐसे तो नहीं होगा कि मैं 1000 रिव्यूज बैठ के देख रहा हूँ. You have to do text analytics. कहीं भी
language processing और वैसा.
NLP, that's right. So everywhere the application is there, because you know, and it's not very hard. You know, Python, मतलब I don't know why the misconception is there so much. Coursera है, EDX है, YouTube पे इतने सारे लोगों ने simple programming languages का videos डाल रखे हैं. You just have to have that intent of learning if you want to build a good career, basically.
Yeah. So
सुनो
everybody,
juniors, सुनो पाइथन सीख के रखो.
podcast सुन
Python
रहा है.
सीखना ही पड़ेगा, उसके अलावा ऑप्शन नहीं है.
And so, like, this was the entire point of our podcast is to call people who have worked in the industry and now into a good PGDM or MBA colleges, and now you people telling us that do this is more prominent and more better is better than us telling them.
Right, absolutely. I won't blame them also because confusion बहुत रहता है. I think this is a good platform that you're providing. Make sure that you reach a lot of people because a lot of misconceptions get busted out. अगर तुम engineering phase में you are learning Python and everything, it gives a very good signal, you know. मतलब when you are entering the corporate, अभी एक education policy आया government की तरफ से. So they have said कि 6th standard से coding करना है. So everybody knows in the back of the mind कि next generation has to be the people जो coding is something जो चाहिए, मतलब it's a necessary mandate thing, you cannot run away. And then the next generation of leader people when they are coming below you and they know coding and everything, you are easily replaced. मतलब मैं 30-32 years old में जब काम कर रहा हूँ, 25-year-old बंदा आके उसको सब कुछ आ रहा है, पाइथन आ रहा है, तो कल के दिन why would anybody keep me, you know, because 32-33 years में they pay you very high and then you don't know even basics of coding, so that is a very red flag. So make sure that you guys at least learn Python and basics of coding and everything.
Deep point indeed, sir. क्या thought provoking point था ये कि आपको updated तो रहना ही है and plus अभी जो next generation आ रहा है वो और updated रहने वाला है, so you have to catch up with them as well.
I think a lot of अभी मैं अपने seniors से भी बात करता हूँ, everybody you know बोलते कि यार weekends पे they need to do a refresher on Coursera or anything because it's not like एक बार job मिल गया तो set है. हर कंपनी में अभी you know because data science के वजह से jobs cut भी बहुत आने वाले. So you know everybody knows कि you know you have to be an upskilled person to remain in the market as well. So yeah, it's a great thought.
So, like basically, you started on with telling us about the Philips internship that you did at NITI Mumbai. So we would like to ask you and continue upon the same point that what was your role in the Philips internship and what were the learnings and outcomes?
Okay, so great. Actually, this time the internship was very different experience because virtual था, and we were like पहले Philips में जाएंगे, पता चलेगा systems क्या क्या है and everything. So that got thrown out of the window. We had to do a virtual internship. So सबसे ज़्यादा virtual internship में भी मेरे को realize हुआ कि भाई you know data science is very important because वहाँ पे बैठ के they were sending in the data and you needed to understand, clean the data and then provide insights to them. So one of the insights that I provided to them, they were not even able to, they were like नहीं ऐसा तो नहीं है हमारा system. So वो वाला वो aha moment रहता है ना कि they were like shit हमारा system इस level पे operate कर रहा है and we need to make you know do something about it, was something that was a very good thing for me from my internship because I was able to bring out that insight from a data point of view. I could say कि देखो इतना time लग रहा है, you were thinking this much but actually it is taking this much amount of time. That is possible because of data science. So you know when you're talking about something and you have a data backing you up, that is like a very big advantage to you. No one can provide that and no one can take it out. They can just ask you कि ये source data कहाँ पर है, source data भी बता दिया जो आपके system का data है. My role there was a process which Philips was adopting. So एक product जब क्या होता है कि Philips जो है they have completely entered into the healthcare sector. They thought that healthcare is the future, so they have entered into the healthcare sector. तो ultrasound है, DXR है, direct X-ray है. So I was interning with the direct X-ray unit. So direct X-ray unit में कैसे रहता है कि अगर marketing team की तरफ से कुछ review आता है कि you know कोई product में the doctors are saying कि we can change the dimension of something or maybe you know add some kind of value added कुछ तो वो product में हमें change करना है. अगर ऐसे कुछ request आता है तो it comes to this team where they have to again re-engineer the entire product and then send it back the product to the market. तो ये जो entire process है, ये process was taking a lot of time. So from the request from the marketing team or anyone who was in the field, like a service person or anyone, from that stage to the ideation and then implementing that thing, the entire cycle was taking a lot of time. So my job was to identify ki wastage kahan par hai, where were the points where the wastages were happening, and then to propose solution where you can reduce or plug that wastages. So it was a very interesting project for me. For 2 months, it was I could provide solution and they are implementing that solution right now. So that was a very big मेरे को बहुत अच्छा लगा कि मेरा जो solution है वो implement हो रहा है ऐसे, and they were very impressed. They was like great, and I would tell you that it was all because I had that interest in data science. I was like इतना भी मेरे को आता नहीं था data science. I am also a very beginner in data science. Python वगैरह मैं सीख रहा हूँ, but I knew Tableau and Power BI सब. So data visualizations पता था मेरे को. So I could just even that simple data visualizations were providing that powerful insights. And if I had known a lot of things that I am right now learning, I thought कि यार बहुत कुछ कर सकते थे वहाँ पे. So it gives you एक complete अलग ही एक I would say वो दे देता है तुम्हें, एक सेंस ऑफ टूल दे देता है जो तुम्हें पहले पता ही नहीं था इन सब के बारे में, राइट? अगर मैं पाइथन के थ्रू ये कर सकता हूँ, ये मेरे को पता ही नहीं है इफ आई डोंट नो अबाउट इट. सो यूजिंग डेटा साइंस, आई वुड फ्रॉम दिस पॉडकास्ट वन थिंग वुड बी कि डोंट रन अवे फ्रॉम पाइथन एंड एवरीथिंग, लर्न इट एंड learn data science to your core. It is the future actually.
Okay, so that pro tip बोल सकते हैं अभी इसको.
Pro tip actually, everybody is looking at that.
और अभी since you are from the supply chain background, I will ask you one business question that some of my friends are into making a product like कुछ ही manufacture कर लिया और फिर बेचना चालू कर दिया. Okay, now what they do is they find local vendors. अभी मुंबई में मरोल नाम का एक एरिया है जहाँ पर काफी ऐसे कारखाने, छोटे छोटे मैन्युफैक्चरिंग स्लॉट्स है जहाँ पर मशीनिंग वगैरह करके मिलता है. दे ब्रिंग द प्रोडक्ट, दे मास प्रोड्यूस इट, लेट्स से 100-200, दैट्स इट. मास प्रोडक्शन इन दैट स्केल इज वेरी स्मॉल एंड दे सेल इट. सो व्हाट टिप्स विल यू गिव देम रिगार्डिंग द सप्लाई चेन टू डिक्रीज द कॉस्ट एट अ वेरी स्मॉल लेवल?
Okay. Yeah, Archit, actually what would happen is, let's say I was talking the example of innovative versus functional. So it's very important for us to understand कि मेरा product कर क्या रहा है. It's not like a solution that one solution fits all वाला approach है. Every like supply chain में there are so many concepts. जैसे मैंने postponement का example बताया. So you have to keep on thinking. Let's talk about एक जापान में सबसे बड़ा 1970s और 80s में movement आया था lean manufacturing का. तो lean is something that they can look at, और lean पता है क्या, like Six Sigma, lean, सब सोचते कि बहुत advanced concept है, the people who are not aware of it. But lean actually क्या है कि look around your surroundings. I would recommend a book 2 Second Lean करके by Paul Archer I think. So you guys can read that book, and that book it opens up about what lean is. कि मेरे को कुछ भी wastage दिख रहा है, वो वेस्टेज को एलिमिनेट कर दो. तो वेस्टेज कितने टाइप का हो सकता है, या तो वो मटेरियल वेस्टेज हो सकता है, टाइम वेस्टेज हो सकता है, पर्सन वेस्टेज हो सकता है. सो इफ यू आर डूइंग एन एक्टिविटी, यू थिंक यार ये ड्रॉवर बहुत क्लटर्ड है मेरा, मतलब वन ऑफ द कॉमन प्रॉब्लम्स दैट आई फेस्ड इज मेरे को डॉक्यूमेंट भेजना है बट मैं ड्रॉवर खोलता हूँ पूरा क्लटर्ड है और मेरे को ये स्टैपलर ही नहीं मिल रहा, आई एम गेटिंग फ्रस्ट्रेटेड, आई एम आस्किंग फॉर स्टैपलर. सो दैट इज टाइम वेस्टेज. आई एम जस्ट गिविंग इट एट अ वेरी बेसिक लेवल. सो व्हाट आई कैन डू इज, मैं वो डेस्कटॉप को नेक्स्ट में क्या कर सकता हूँ, लीन में क्या आता है, सबसे पहला चीज क्लीन होता है. You have to sort, you have to keep your things in a proper order, and then you have to go forward. Machining tools को proper जगह पे रखना हमेशा, so adopting lean would be something that would be my suggestion. But as we have seen with the example of corona, so there was a concept of just in time. So just in time में कैसे रहता है कि जैसे ही हमने प्रोडक्ट को ऑर्डर दिया, मिनिमम टाइम में वो प्रोडक्ट पहुंच जाना चाहिए. सो वहां पे क्या हुआ कि इन्वेंट्री के कॉन्सेप्ट्स वगैरह गेटिंग आउट ऑफ द प्लेस. बट इसके वजह से क्या हो रहा है, सप्लाई चेन रिस्क ने क्या दिखा दिया कि अगर मैं बहुत ज्यादा डिपेंडेंट हूँ एक पर्टिकुलर प्लांट पे और मेरे पास वो नहीं है, इन्वेंट्री नहीं है, तो जैसे मैंने उसका एग्जांपल दिया था व्हाट वी से सेंसर्स का, तो मेरा एंटायर प्रोडक्शन इज स्टॉपिंग. सो इट्स बेटर टू हैव सम इन्वेंट्री ऑफ प्रोडक्ट, इज व्हाट द वर्ल्ड इज लुकिंग एट राइट नाउ. सो इट्स अ कंटिन्यूअस इवॉल्विंग प्रोसेस. लीन में भी ऐसा रहता है कि जितना भी तुमने इंप्रूवमेंट किया ना, देयर इज ऑलवेज अ स्कोप फॉर मोर इंप्रूवमेंट. सो one thing, agar they are starting out as manufacturers at this small scale, the most important thing is to learn about lean and apply lean principles.
Okay, that we got the answer for this question
I
appropriately.
actually also intended to ask you this question. Okay, how does lean, like what is lean, what is Six Sigma, and what is
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So,
because,
yeah.
so basically, मतलब ये question will go a bit lengthy because these are topics which are taught in mechanical engineering or
हाँ.
let's say industrial engineering, very broad.
Yeah.
पूरा semester होता है उसके.
Actually कैसे रहता है कि lean ना, it's not a, I believe जितना मैंने सीखा, it's not a concept, it's a way of life, you know, कि तुम अगर जी भी रहे हो ना, तो you can think about यार मेरे आसपास मैं सुबह सुबह उठता हूँ.
Optimization, basically.
Optimization, right? कि अगर घर बनाते हो तो distance from, you know, मेरा bedroom से kitchen का distance कितना है? Am I taking a lot of time? So it's a way of life actually. If you're thinking
Basically,
about
charger का point भी बेड के पास में रहना चाहिए. It starts from that.
Exactly. That is, अगर मतलब द्वारके समझ गया lean thinking क्या है. He is a lean thinker. So we call them lean thinkers, you know. So उनका there is a lot of lean philosophy that is coming up. So it's also a way of life, you know. Having lean in your mindset is a very important thing. And companies में भी जब तुम जाओगे ना, जब तुम्हारे पास वो lean mindset है, you can think about things that no one else is thinking. You can question यार ये यहाँ पे क्यों है? वो ऐसे करने की जरूरत क्यों है? इससे मेरा टाइम ज्यादा रिड्यूस हो रहा है और हम उसको ऐसे कर सकते हैं. सो दैट इज समवन दैट पीपल इज लाइक यार इसके पास हमेशा आइडियाज होते हैं कुछ ना कुछ, बिकॉज यू आर थिंकिंग फ्रॉम अ लीन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. यू नो 5S टेक्नोलॉजी 5S मेथड्स है. सो इट गिव्स यू अ फ्रेमवर्क कि मैं या तो वेस्ट के बारे में सोचूं, मैं स्पेस के बारे में सोचूं. यू नो यू कैन थिंक अबाउट दैट थिंग्स. So yeah, lean is something, and 2 second lean would be something that I would be recommending. So you guys can have a look at that. It's a very beautiful book. मतलब ऐसे कोई hard language नहीं है, but मजा आएगा पढ़ के. बहुत छोटा book है.
Dwarkesh, do you remember a conversation that we have in a earlier podcast about कि companies जो भी बड़े-बड़े companies है, वो काफी structured होते हैं, right? And और startups होते हैं काफी flexible होते हैं. Now as you said कि Philips में जब आप गए, you did your internship and the solutions that you gave were improvised and you were happy about that. And
Right.
Dwarkesh, do you accept the fact that when we do our internships at BTech levels, our solutions are scrapped?
They are not really accepted.
They are not really accepted, and we are not used to contributing anything to the company, and we don't even expect any stipend coming from them. That's a very different part. But the fact that big companies are really structured so hard that अगर कोई बंदा नया आ रहा है और उसको
Innovation
accept
कर रहा है.
हाँ कर रहा है, तो एक्सेप्ट होना बहुत डिफिकल्ट है.
Right. Actually, I had an advantage because Philips का जो logo है ना, उसका जो entire
Innovation and you.
innovation and you. So they are like यार तुम innovative करते रहो. मैं जैसे बताया functional versus innovative, उनके product सारे products innovative है. So they thrive on being innovative. And so उसमें कैसे रहता है कि ideas generation काफी अच्छा रहता है. When you're talking about big firms या big जो बहुत structured रहते हैं, आजकल क्या हो रहा है, they are losing out on a lot of market share because of the same reason. Startups आगे क्या करते हैं, they are questioning everything. Why this? And startups are, you know, flourishing like everything. अभी वो Byju's ने acquire किया था White Hat Junior. That was like mind blowing यार. 2018 में start करके 2020 mid में
$1 million को खरीदा.
It is really, it's something that can, you know, unheard of, I think, like completely brilliant in that.
And nobody knew White Hat. They teach online coding and Byju's just took over it.
Yeah, actually, if you think about it, National Logistics Framework आया, I'll tell you about how the entire startup ecosystem works. You know, जब government के तरफ से frameworks आते हैं, तब जाके startup ecosystems work करते हैं. Actually, if you think, National Education Policy 30 years पहले update हुए, 1990s.
अभी मैट्रिकुलेशन का एग्जाम होता था तब 11th स्टैंडर्ड का, उसके बाद वो अभी अपडेट हुआ है.
अभी अपडेट तो क्या हुआ पता है, you will see in the next certain 2-3 years education related बहुत startups आ रहे हैं, because government policies वैसे बना रहे. In the same light, if you're talking about supply chain, National Logistics Policy Framework आ रहा है, and it is going to be a very big thing. हम like in the logistics, what we are expecting is it will move a lot of things ahead, because ये National Logistics Policy का aim ये है कि 14% जो cost है GDP का, उसको 9% करना है इंडिया में. So when that aim is there, now a lot of startups will get that boost. So even right now, if you think about truck transportation, अगर मैं vegetables और fruits की बात करूँ, तो 30% वेजिटेबल्स वेस्टेड है हमारे कंट्री में, जो फ्रूट्स है वेस्ट हो जाते हैं. सो दैट इज अ वेरी बिग थिंग. हमारे कंट्री में कोल्ड वेयर हाउसिंग का सिस्टम नहीं है. इट्स अ वेरी मतलब कोल्ड वेयर हाउसिंग इज समथिंग जो हमारे कंट्री में तो अनहर्ड ही है. उसके वजह से क्या हो रहा है कि वेस्टेज ऑफ द फूड्स बहुत ज्यादा होता है. अगेन देन वी हैव द एग्जांपल ऑफ ट्रक ड्राइवर्स जिनके लाइफ एक्चुअली बहुत इट्स नॉट समथिंग जो इट्स अ वेरी गुड जॉब. यूएस में एंड ऑल ट्रक ड्राइवर्स आर रिस्पेक्टेड एज अ गुड जॉब. यहाँ पे ट्रक ड्राइवर्स वी ऑल नॉट वी ऑल जो मतलब नॉर्मल रिस्पेक्ट जो मिलना चाहिए वो नहीं मिलता. सो वी हैव एन एग्जांपल ऑफ रिविगो, एक्चुअली अ कंपनी है. तो व्हाट हैव यू हर्ड ऑफ रिविगो?
No.
Okay, so what Rivigo has revolutionized kind of a thing in logistics. तो उन्होंने क्या किया कि पहले कैसे रहता था कि कोलकाता से बैंगलोर माल पहुंचना है मेरा, तो एक ट्रक ड्राइवर कोलकाता से गाड़ी चालू कर रहा है, बैंगलोर तक पहुंचते पहुंचते 10-12 दिन लग गया. तो ट्रक ड्राइवर का फटीग आ गया, ठीक है, एंड देन ही स्लीपिंग, फिर रोड में इश्यूज ऐसे वैसे, तो ऐसे सब करके 10-12 दिन लग जाता है. ट्रक ड्राइवर देयर a lot of issues like AIDS and everything was being affected by for these truck drivers. उनकी family life भी बहुत खराब थी. No one used to marry their daughters to truck drivers. So it was a very bad condition. Right now also it's a very bad condition. So what Rivigo did is उन्होंने एक system बनाया. तो वो system में कैसे होता है कि कोलकाता से चालू हुआ गाड़ी, एक ट्रक ड्राइवर ने पकड़ा, और जैसे ही एक ड्रॉप पॉइंट आएगा वो ड्रॉप पॉइंट में गाड़ी आके रुक जाएगी. तो वहां से दूसरा बंदा भी टेक ओवर द गाड़ी. तो दिस गाय बस सुबह से शाम तक गाड़ी चलाना है, वापस अपने घर वो डिस्टेंस कवर करके चला जाता है. एंड देन ऐसे ही पूरा उन्होंने नेटवर्क बनाया. यू गेटिंग द नेटवर्क. सो 12 days से द ट्रांसपोर्ट टाइम गॉट रिड्यूस टू 3 days. एंड इट वाज रियली ब्रिलियंट. इट वाज लाइक मतलब अभी ट्रक ड्राइवर्स की लाइफ और क्वालिटी काफी इंप्रूव हो गई ना. एक्चुअली रिविगो ने क्या किया, दे फोकस्ड ऑन कि हमें ट्रक ड्राइवर्स का लाइफ इंप्रूव करना है. एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट गोल इतना ब्रिलियंट उनका स्टार्टअप बना है. इट्स वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट स्टार्टअप्स इन लॉजिस्टिक्स स्पेस. एंड whoever their customers are, they are very thrilled about that startup. So this is something that logistics बहुत unorganized है हमारे कंट्री में. इट इज लाइक when you guys are thinking about startup, you think of a space जो काफी unorganized है and then try to make it organized. It will definitely work. So that is how the framework goes.
A very personal question that we would like to ask you is,
Yeah.
अभी placement चालू होगा, right? तुम्हारा भी. And now there's always a thrill placement के time पे, because there are huge, big blue chip companies coming to your campus, giving you best of the packages available in India. Now, will you choose to work in a big company as a junior level manager, or let's say a manager in the clustered slot, or will you choose to work in a startup like a upcoming company as a very better position? What will you choose?
Yeah. So Archit, if this question was asked to me 1 year ago, my answer would have been completely different. But because of Corona, what happened is the entire landscape changed. Startups are, matlab, if you're talking about any startup, Ola, Oyo, so these all startups are facing a lot of problems. Even think about Oyo, yaar, kaun use kar raha hai abhi hotels? So where is their revenue coming from? So they have to go for layoffs. We cannot blame them that they are, laying off people. So it is like Ola में भी कौन use कर रहा है? Uber, Ola. So these Uber का भी there was a recent report कि they fired people. एक video conferencing में they fired 300 people. So I don't want to be a 30-year-old जो मैं वहाँ पे बैठा हूँ and I'm getting fired by that video conferencing thing, right? So that is and market right now is a very volatile state. Currently, I would definitely prefer a blue chip company. But a year earlier, I would definitely be enthused about working in an environment जहाँ पे मेरा growth काफी fast pace पे. But because of Corona, a lot of things have changed, right?
Yeah.
So
even if you call it the point कि startups में growth है, you will still like to be on the safer side.
Right.
Everybody.
Yeah. Because look, even NEETI, when you're coming in, so I have taken loan for the fees amount. So it is also back of the mind कि loan भी जमा करना है. So that is something that risk factor है, risk to reward ratio है. Like I would be a person who would be not taking so much of a risk, but someone would have taken a higher risk. तो reward भी उतना ही ज़्यादा है, but problems भी उतना ही ज़्यादा ज़्यादा है.
So security has to be there, right? With education and that is again.
it is like person to person ना, मतलब किसी का like family background is काफी strong है, so maybe that person has a more tendency to taking risk.
Yes.
So that all factors are there. I think it's more of, I would rather say that, you know, since you guys are really young, like we guys, ऐसा भी नहीं कि हम लोग तो बहुत बुड्ढे हो गए, but you guys are really young. So what you guys can think about, for me personally, is like I look up to APJ Abdul Kalam as my idol. So always, you know, what he used to say is, इंडिया का जो ब्रेन है ना, it should not be कि मैं नेक्स्ट सोप का ये कैसे बढ़ाऊं, कस्टमर्स को कैसे माल भेजूं. इट हैज टू बी कि तुम आइडियाज कैसे लाओ, एंटरप्रेन्योर्स कैसे बनो. You know, you have to drive India to a place where everybody is, you know, very innovative, and सब कुछ ना कुछ innovative कर रहे. Everybody is wanting to be an entrepreneur. Even जो Apple का I don't remember his name, जो उसके साथ था स्टीव जॉब्स के साथ, उसका भी नाम स्टीव ही था.
Steve Wozniak.
हाँ, Wozniak. जब he told a controversial statement कि he doesn't see a world class company coming out of India, we were very offended. But that is the truth. हमारे यहाँ पे जैसे इसने कहा कि our success is you get a great job, you know, you have a good home, you have a great car. That is success. We are not a society which takes a lot of risk, but we, you know,
Settling down is considered successful. Like innovation is not
right.
considered successful. A government job, like a peon at a government job, will get more respect and more girls for his marriage than a guy who is working at a startup. For say
Exactly.
even 60,000 rupees. Like that is that's
Actually,
the mindset that we Indians have got.
Actually, but this is something, you know, as students, जो you guys are from Sardar, but it's a very good college in Mumbai. So you guys, and you are very young, you know, if even if you are having the ambitions for going for an MBA, let's say, if you are doing something, जैसे तुमने ये start किया, social crusade start किया, so you guys, maybe मुझे नहीं पता, you guys having a lot of insights from a lot of different people, right? You're getting to know a lot of things. But if you start something on a startup scale also, and then you join an MBA ना, then you know सबसे top companies तुम्हें ले जाएंगे, because they want someone जो काफी, you know, ऐसे risk taking abilities के हैं. Because everybody right now is looking at leaders, कि कोई leader ही नहीं मिल रहा, कोई ऐसा बंदा नहीं मिला जो decision बना सके कि, you know, नहीं ऐसा ही करना है. So हाँ, right, and that skill is very important. As a leadership develop कैसे कर रहे हो? So this, like तुमने ये initiative लिया, it might be very difficult. तुमने भी बहुत सोचा रहेगा यार initiative लेना है नहीं है, but you went ahead with it, right? So that is something we call it as a leadership quality. Whatever it happens, but you have got that experience that no one can take it from you, right? Using this podcast. So that kind of things you should definitely try. So this is something जो I believe that हमारे generation के लोग are trying a lot of things, and even the government is a lot of conducive, you know, मतलब government के startups तुम funds देखोगे, incubation centers always be it's like job is a 5:30 6 o'clock तक है, and then you have a separate life where you are, you know, your independent life तुम जी रहे हो, तो वहाँ पे you pursue your interest and go to interesting places, you know. अब चोर बाजार में गया था मैं, हमारे क्लास का असाइनमेंट है, पता है, चोर बाजार जाना. तो वहां के जाके पूरा मार्केट प्लेस वी हैड टू स्टडी कि चोर बाजार का मार्केट प्लेस कैसा है एंड हाउ वी कैन ऑप्टिमाइज इट. सो दैट इज लाइक एक्सप्लोर, यू नो. और उसके बाद वी वेंट टू एक सी क्लीनिंग एक्टिविटी है. सी क्लीनिंग एक्टिविटी में जाके एक्सप्लोर करो कि वेस्ट का कैसे पूरा वो होता है, यू नो, डिस्पोजल होता है. सो या, इट्स अ गुड थिंग, बी इन अ गुड कंपनी and keep learning.
That was a huge compliment from you, sir.
Arey, don't call me sir.
थोड़ा respect, modest, थोड़ा respect. Modest बनेगा हम लोग. It's a part of the job.
Okay. Great.
So I'll conclude this. Thank you, Pranav. Thank you for being on the podcast. And when Dwarkesh, we all know that when this podcast goes live on YouTube, Instagram, and on LinkedIn, many more students of our age, the youngsters, and even those who are working right now, will get a lot to learn from this podcast. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day.
It was a pleasure, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chalo, bye.
Okay.